Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Scorpio November 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant. Anyway, people, first thing up is as far as November goes, the sun will be in Scorpio from the 1st until the 22nd. So the first house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on new beginnings, the physical body, vitality, first impressions, a grandmother, even people you may have known from your early childhood. It could even be at this time as well, the appearance, your outlook on life, anything that could be first house related. Now, given this is Scorpio energy, this may be done with a lot of passion, a lot of emotional intensity, a lot of quick-wittedness, and really in a lot of quick decision, not an overabundance of hesitation. Now, this could be a time and also with a lot of resourcefulness. And given again that this is a Scorpio, I mean, you're talking about the sun and the first house. This could be a time where you might have an abundance of vitality and energy. You may be more energetic than usual. There could also be a focus on the transformation of the physical body, especially if this is actually the first house in one's natal chart. Now, another thing too, in some isolated cases, this could also be an eye issue because the sun rules either the left or the right eye, depending on gender. And it could be a really deep issue where a lot of probing may be involved, and it could be something that's maybe a little bit mysterious and more complex than you might have originally anticipated. Now, next thing up. Well, as far as November goes, the sun will be in Sagittarius from the 22nd until the 30th. So the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, there could be a strong focus, concentration of energy and attention on one's finances, income generated, monetary matters, resources, possessions, one's self-worth, self-esteem, values at this time, and even buying and selling. Now, given that this is Sagittarius energy, this may be done with a lot of optimism, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of exuberance, a lot of expansive energy, and may be done by being really with a lot of philosophy as well, and a lot of at this time could also be a focus on jocularity, joviality, and it may be tied into one's self-esteem and self-worth at this time, and a focus on expanding horizons, perhaps as far as one's income may go. Now, at this time as well, this could shine the light, so to speak, on a Sagittarius type possession. It could be something connected with archery, like a bow and arrow, or one of those things I just mentioned. It could just be a sports item in general, an item connected with horse stables, or even a law book, anything that could be like Sagittarius related, some kind of travel guide. This could be something too, looking at this, there could also be, when I look at this as well, this could be about, I mean, the sun could be a dominant male figure, so this could be a dominant male Sagittarius figure, could be a Sagittarius sun, moon, or ascendant person, or one that simply embodies Sagittarius characteristics that might figure more prominently in one's self-worth, in one's self-esteem, and monetary matters, possessions, and income at this time. Next thing up, there will be a full moon in Taurus on November 12th, so the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, this could manifest in a multitude of ways. One way this could pan out, it could be the completion or culmination of some Taurus, like maybe partnership. It could be something connected with, whether it might be something with stocks or some kind of financial group or organization, something with architecture or agriculture, or some kind of art, maybe partnership, something with drawing, painting, sculpting, anything. It could be anything art related. This could also be a time too, when you talk about full moons in astrology, they could be about revelations or unveilings. This could be about the revelation or unveiling of a Taurus open adversary. It could be a Taurus sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Taurus characteristics. It could be the ending of a very enduring, stubborn, persistent legal matter at this time as well, or even some cases people might be finalizing some stubborn or persistent. It could be a legal situation that may come to an end, or even a situation, what I call a case of the stubborns with an open enemy or adversary, could be completed, reach its culmination at this time. And anyway, and also when you're talking about full moons in astrology, it could be where somebody becomes tired, exasperated, or simply full of something. It could be a time where someone becomes tired, exasperated, full, so to speak. It could be at an overly stubborn, obstinate, unyielding, unwavering, overly dogmatic. It could be a marriage partner, significant other, even a grandmother. Somebody might be overly avaricious or greedy. And again, it could be a grandmother, it could be a significant other, it could be others, someone in general that's prominent in your life, an important relationship or friendship, or anyway. And this is the next thing up. There's going to be a new moon in Sagittarius on November 26th, so the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, this could be about the beginning of a Sagittarius money-making endeavor. It could be something connected with philosophy, the law, religion, something with sports, or even like archery, or something teaching archery, for example. It could be giving horseback riding lessons, some position and it's connected with traveling, such as a pilot or even someone in a travel agency, a cruise director, something with exploration or something with translation, anything Sagittarius related. It could be the beginning of really just trying to be a little bit more positive and optimistic and upbeat and expansive in order to increase one's self-worth, one's self-esteem at this time. It could even just be something very simple like a purchase of a Sagittarius possession. It could be some new archery equipment or something with target practicing or something with sports in general or something that's associated with philosophy, the law, or religion at this time. Anything that could be Sagittarius related, something with horses or stables. Another thing that this could be as well, this could be a time where you might just simply try to be really more philanthropic regarding your possessions at this time, and really showing a little bit more philanthropy as far as that goes, perhaps, and not really having maybe more of a what me worry philosophy as far as possessions and resources go, and showing a little bit more a little bit more generous energy, perhaps with that. And it could also be a time too where, I mean, you're talking about Sagittarius energy. It usually doesn't do anything in terms of anything small. It could be the start of something where you might do something again that could be, Sagittarius related. Could be some kind of sports or working out vigorously in order to feel better about yourself. And it could be something that might be, something where you really have thought about maybe for some time, but you finally decided to act upon it. So anyway. Next thing up, Mercury will be in Scorpio, and the first house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. It will be retrograde from like the 1st until the 21st. Well, given this could be a time too for Scorpio where you might come across a little bit more voluble, a little bit more loquacious than you usually are. You might be talking a lot about Scorpio-related things such as astrology, supernatural, the occult, locksmithing, mysteries, conundrums, problem solving. You might be thinking a lot quicker than usual, and as far as problem solving, perhaps especially because that could be associated with Scorpio. Now, could also be a time too, looking at this is where you could actually be talking about Scorpio type. I mean, they could be new beginnings. It could be something connected with embalming or locksmithing, or something with astrology, the supernatural, the occult, starting a position as a coroner, something that involves a lot of problem solving. It could even be just troubleshooting computers, anything that could be Scorpio related. And also too, as I've stated in previous videos, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Scorpio characteristics that might figure prominently in your outlook and making an impression on someone, and new beginnings, matters with the grandmother even, matters with your physical body. Now, in some cases, too, I mean, it's going to be retrograde for a good part of the month. You could be going back to very provocative, deep, incisive, probing conversations with first house people, such as people from your early childhood. It could be a grandmother, people that have been instrumental in new beginnings with you. So those are some ways that this could pan out. Remember too, Mercury is associated with the hands, so this could be, and Scorpio can be connected with mechanical abilities, so it could be something in some cases where, remember, it is going to be retrograde for a good part of the month, so just be careful, Scorpio, doing some kind of work with your hands that might be involving some kind of something connected with mechanical skill, or working on some kind of mechanical problem. Just be very careful as far as your hands go at this time. So anyway, and it could also be some deep issues as well, given that we're talking about Scorpio energy. Next thing up. Well, Venus will be in Sagittarius as far as November goes, from the 1st until the 25th. So the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, this can manifest in a number of ways. One way this could manifest, this could be a very good time for making money, doing something Sagittarius related, since we're talking about Venus, which is associated with money, and the second house could be a very good period, auspicious period for that, especially if it's making, say, like a sextile or trine to your natal Jupiter, even a conjunction possibly. Could be a very good period for doing something Sagittarius related, such as teaching archery or horseback riding lessons, doing something with the law, religion, philosophy, something with translation, working in some travel positions, such as being a travel guide or a pilot or a cruise director. Could also be a time to Scorpio, if you're unattached, you may connect with a Sagittarius Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or one that simply embodies Sagittarius traits that might figure prominently in your self-worth, your self-esteem. It could be monetary matters. It may have to do with income you're generated, and also your possessions as well. At this time, it could also be, the way this could manifest and pan out could be about valuing exuberance and enthusiasm and positivity, expansiveness, and even expanding horizons, the outdoors, in order to factor into your self-worth, your self-esteem, and even at this time as well, and even valuing enthusiasm and exuberance as far as making money at this time, and even valuing expanding your horizons in terms of generating income and increasing possessions, perhaps, and also perhaps even valuing philanthropy in matters with your resources and your possessions. Well, last but not least, Venus will be in Capricorn as far as November goes, from the 25th until the 30th. So the third house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So one way this may pan out, this could be about the enjoyment of doing something Capricorn related with siblings, with cousins, with neighbors, such as it could even be mountain climbing, doing something with like model cars or boats. You know what I'm talking about, the little small ones that you can snap or glue together, because Capricorn can be about structure, and could be doing something with cultivation or gardening with cousins, siblings, neighbors, or even something, playing some kind of business or political board game or video or computer game with them. It could also be a time too where you might be valuing consistency, responsibility, and discipline and structure in matters, third house related matters, such as your communications, in matters with siblings, cousins, neighbors. It could be matters with short journeys. And also even with people you may have known from your early education. Now, another way this can manifest is that if you're unattached at this time, Scorpio, you may connect with a Capricorn Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Capricorn traits. And it could be somebody that you may find as a person that you could communicate well with, somebody you might have known through short journeys. It could be someone from your early education, could be a childhood sweetheart, or it could even be somebody that might be an older person that you may meet that could be instrumental in your communications and assimilating information, and maybe even matters with short journeys at this time. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. For me giving you my Scorpio November 2019 horoscope forecast part 1 of 2, and stay tuned next time where I'll be giving you my Scorpio November 2019 horoscope forecast part 2 of 2. Until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.